Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Black Rose Society, a game of swashbuckling action, suspenseful intrigue, and speed-running romantic arcs, apparently, all set in the world of 7th. My name is Dan McCurdy, and I will be your storyteller this evening. You can find me at TikTok, Blue Sky, YouTube sometimes, and if you find me anywhere else, please show me how to get home. I will now allow my players to introduce themselves, starting with Abby.
Hello, I'm Abby, or Dat Bardic Charm on TikTok or Instagram. Tonight I will be playing Alastriona Toran, Inishmore, soldier, carpenter, woman's woman. She's been all kinds of things, and who knows where she's going from here. Take it away, Chandler.
Hi, my name is Chandler. You can call me Arnau Cecero or Kingdom 0905, depending where you see me. If you see me out in public, please don't call me either of those two things. I will not respond. You can find me spreading myself like a piece of butter upon too much bread across many different places on social media and the like. If you see me on the Dark Domain, I'm over there sometimes. If you see me over here, I'm over here. You can find me in a lot of different places. Just you got to know where to look. Anyway, take it away, Ryan.
Hey everybody, I'm Ryan. I go by Darth Caustic on all socials, including TikTok and Blue Sky, and you will find me mostly on the Dark Domain because I made the place and I still don't know what I'm doing. But tonight I'm playing the newly minted Jarl Asgeir Ironhand, High King of the Maw, regardless of what anybody else on this screen tells you, especially the one running the show. And I'm here to tell you tonight, don't feed your GMs after midnight. Weird stuff happens. And I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Nikoletta von Richter.
Hello, everybody. I am playing Nikoletta von Richter this evening. You can find me at FarmGrownNerd on most socials. And if you find me anywhere else, mind your damn business. This economy is garbage. And I'm going to pass it on to Verity, Laurys, Victoire.
Word. I am Rage Mouse on things. I'm other things on other things. None of your business. And I play Verity, Laurys, Victoire-Couteau, courtier, duelist, cheating fiancé. I don't know what I'm doing.
Anyway, in our previous episode, the party was ready to get out of Eisen. They thought they'd had enough of Eisen until Arnau decided he wanted a little more Eisen. In fact, he wanted a lot of Eisen. He found his ex, who has punched him several times in session, and gave him what has to be said an absolutely epic kiss. And they considered possibly rekindling, depending on how things went moving forward. The ship made it out into sea and started its way towards the country of Usura, which is where they were going to find the next star map. Along the way, they discovered that their young friend, who they have brought aboard the crew, and what has been unanimously considered a idea, young Newt, who had previously been in Usura, had found a little friend there. The creature Ely Lumpkin, she had given the name to Aleshi, one of the little imp creatures known to populate Usura, who had started arranging for people to find little snacks and fun foods and things that they would like. Some of the party ate those snacks. Others, realizing that they're in a role-playing campaign and that you never get a nice thing without consequences, went ahead and tried them. Nothing bad came from the snacks, but it did turn out that Ely Lumpkin, who was named after a Avalonian fairy tale, had maybe made someone angry. All he wants is to feed, but he had created some really good snacks for the sharks, and in so doing had chummed the waters of the Maw, leading the Queen of the Sirens to believe that this was a declaration of war. Arriving on a ship that was not so much a ship as a floating island, she chased down the party, and having arrived, Verity's finding that. So this is it's going on. Or is chat going feral? Of course, chat is going feral. Now I've lost my thing. Point being, Ely was considering being handed over to the Queen, except Captain Asgeir Ironhand decided he wasn't going to hand over any crew members to any sirens, leading to a confrontation where the sirens came over, and after having talked things through somewhat, Asgeir ended up engaged to the Queen of the Sirens of the Maw. But then she let them all go and said that she knew he would have business that he would need to arrange, and so they could revisit this later. Hence, he's calling himself a Jarl, because what else do you call someone who's married to a queen? Anyway, the ship has sailed the rest of the way towards Ekatnava, the lone port of Usura, a port that isn't very useful for much of the year because it very quickly gets frozen over in the Usuran winters, a winter which is coming very quickly. The party has been warned by the crew that they will have maybe a month in Usura before the port freezes and becomes unpassable. One of these days, I'm going to have to show you all the chat, except I can't show you all the chat, because if I were to show you the chat, we would have to change the rating of the show. Anyway, with that, Asgeir.
I think that comment was very family friendly.
As the sun is rising up in the east, you are coming into the port of Ekatnava. Definitely a port, definitely has some docks, but it definitely shows that it is not regularly in use. It's more built to be able to withstand the ices of winter, ices that are worse than anything you have to deal with, at least at sea level in Vestin Manavinyar. But so far clear. There have been some signs of late fall snows that have been happening. There's some chunks of ice in the water, but they won't become a real problem, you are assured, for at least a little while longer as you steer the boat into the port. Given everything that just went down, how is Asgeir feeling about everything?
And yes. Very like, oh, I didn't sign up for this, but what else was I gonna do? Let him take the thing that makes my adopted daughter and the adopted stepdaughter of this entire crew away? Absolutely not. Does this complicate things on his search to see if his family is still alive? Absolutely. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
Are you steering the Dunley Breeze yourself, or are you letting crew handle it?
No. He's up there because he knows, like, if I'm up here, people will leave me alone, and I don't want to talk to any of them about any of what just happened.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah,
no, especially that one.
Question. A poofity poofed. Where was Verity? What was happening?
We'll say Verity was around during all this. Like, maybe she was helping keep Newt out of trouble. Newt actually didn't get into much trouble over the course of the episode, so maybe you were just safeguarding her while the ship was being attacked by sirens and
because the Leshy knocked her out.
chummed sharks.
What?
What'd you say?
He said she got knocked out.
Yeah, the Leshy knocked her out.
Yeah, the Leshy gave Newt a snack that made her fall asleep so that she would not sneak up to see what the sirens were doing.
Cool.
She was in Nicoletta's room.
So Verity does know that he's engaged to a
Siren Queen. Yeah.
Yeah, this would be common knowledge on the boat. It's been a little while. The crew don't
Verity
hate it.
being like the very first person to be like, I approve of you having a title now. Is this legal? Would it be recognized by all the international courts?
We're gonna figure that out when we get there. I have no idea.
To be
Will you let
fair,
me know when you need help with your attaché?
so to be fair, no one even really knew that sirens of the mall were a thing. Sirens are typically considered to be a thing of the southern nations. They prefer to be in warm water. Apparently, these are deep water sirens who tend not to encounter humanity all that much. So no one really knows the rules for this. Sirens are also generally considered bloodthirsty monsters. This was a level of communication with them that was not generally believed to be possible.
She can be bloodthirsty as long as she doesn't put her cold feet on my back. We're good.
Which means
If you are going to marry her, you are going to have feet upon your back.
Which means, Asgeir, you have a very bloodthirsty army at your back now.
That thought did not go unnoticed.
All their fiends are cold.
Make peace with Jarl Ironhand or suffer the fate in the maw.
So Newt has woken up. It's actually probably been a couple of days. And she has mostly been playing with Ely Lumpkin, running around. Generally, him feeling good that everything turned out fine. Marriage seems like a happy thing as he understands it. So yay, happy ending for everyone. He has been informed that he can't feed everyone the way he has been feeding people. And so is generally, there are still snacks showing up. He can't help himself on that course, but he has agreed not to feed any more fish. Oh, and I also forgot, one of the last things that we saw that he had fed was, in fact, the black rose, which is now a full-on rose bush in Nikoletta's room.
Oh, right.
What does
Nikoletta,
it smell
what have you
like?
been doing with that?
Does it make the boat smell?
The black rose bush? I don't know, storyteller. Does it?
The black
Does it
rose
have a
bush?
smell? What's it smell like?
So it smells like roses most of the time, but every now and again it smells like death. Just like faint, like you catch it. You know when you catch a rogue scent and you sniff to find it. The second sniff is never there, but occasionally you catch rot. But at the second sniff, it's gone.
Nikoletta has been trying to get snippets of the root system so she can run tests on it.
All right, sorry, say that again.
That again? She's been trying to get snippets of the root system so she can run tests on it.
Yeah, easily done. It has a fairly extensive root system, and one of the first things you see is that the root system is very atrophied. It is significant. It is sufficient to hold the bush in place, but it seems that most rose bushes, their root systems are designed to grab nutrients, and this plant gets its nutrients elsewhere.
Wonderful. All right. Well, then she's just going to continue doing various tests on that. Probably snip a rose head or two off. So she's just fiddling with the bush.
As far as you can tell, as far as you can tell, it is exactly like all the other black roses you've worked with to this point. There's just a lot of them. Not
I got you with that one, Miles, didn't I?
Is anyone paying particular attention to Newt and Ely as they're playing on the ship? And yes.
Arnau. Arnau is probably paying a lot of attention, not necessarily to Newt, though he is the gay uncle, so he has to pay a little bit of attention because he has to be a little bit better than Verity.
Whoa. Which he is not succeeding at.
Gay uncle, I have to be a little bit more generous. I have to buy her a little bit more things. But
Never gonna happen.
We're both rich. Don't try me, honey.
I'm a girl. I win.
I'm gay. I win.
I eat spicy chip. I win.
Anyway, he is paying attention to Newt because he is trying to be a good, not parent, but he's really paying a lot of attention to Ely Lumpkin because this thing is fascinating, and he wants to know more about it because it can just make things out of thin air, and even if they don't feed you and like give you nutrients, it's still it's still really interesting and very fascinating and could make me a lot of money.
So because Arnau took such an interest, Verity is on him like white on rice.
So one of the things you will have noticed by this point is there seems to be a distinction when Lumpkin creates treats and snacks out of nothing. Those are the snacks that don't seem to have any nutritional benefit. when he has ingredients of some sort, something to start with, those end up being at least somewhat filling. Nutritious, those tests have not been run, but at least the other treats, they taste good and then are basically gone. But so you've had a chance to kind of determine that, and there doesn't seem to be much rhyme or reason to when he does it. He has focused on you all, though they are appearing for the rest of the crew as well, not as much, and he's constantly playing with Newt. Like, the two of them are just having a great time together.
At some point, he is going to take one of the treats and he's going to set it to the side because he wants to run some tests with some of Nikoletta's equipment to see if there's any, like, take one of the magic ones that just poofed and one of the ingredient ones and see if there is any actual, like, if you take it apart, if there's any actual difference. Because
you're having trouble storing those, because if they get noticed and aren't eaten, they tend to poof away pretty quickly.
Sad.
Oh no! What you want to be able to do is just take a bite out of one.
I want to understand the magic. I want to understand it. If I can understand it, I can sell it to Nikki.
Suddenly, Ely is on your shoulder. You want to understand the magic?
Yes.
Well, when you're in Usura, if you're there on the Day of Remembrance, just be sure to drop at least one drop of your blood onto the soil.
Do not do that.
I really want to do that.
We will leave you here.
And he's just kind of... It's the first sign of honor to the mother. Everyone does that.
Okay, so we have to honor the mother. Who is the mother? I don't know much about Usuran stories.
Oh, Madushka. She can be a bit grumpy.
Like Asgeir grumpy or like Verity grumpy?
What does that even mean? I am right here.
He looks over.
My Arnau senses are tingling.
He just gets a bright smile and he's like, have you ever eaten anyone who made you mad?
I'm sorry.
Not that I can confirm, no.
Then not as grumpy as Matushka. But she's also really nice and gives really cool gifts.
She eats people?
Only bad ones.
What he finds bad?
And he just looks over at Newt. Newt, what was the word you taught me? And she looks over. Oh, naughty. Yeah. He only eats the naughty ones. She only eats the naughty ones. But if you're good and you go to bed on time and you remember to brush your teeth, nothing to worry about.
Be kind to children, feed the poor, don't abuse animals, don't abuse plants, that sort of thing.
And if someone bad drops their blood upon the soil,
she might give them a chance to, redeem themselves.
Oh no, look, a chance.
You really should drop some blood on the soil. You're right, Verity. You do have a chance.
No, I am magical all by my own.
Are you?
Alastriona, how are you thinking about all of this wackadoo stuff that's going on the boat?
Because she's so tempted to drop her blood on some magic soil.
She's just sitting there like, all right. Internally, she's like, all right, we're going to have to watch out for Arnau dropping blood places. And we're going to have to watch out for Nikoletta watching for people dropping blood in places. What did I do? You didn't do nothing, but you get really interested in the corpses and things. Now I'm just going to have to watch out for all kinds of stuff.
There's a reason for
You are noticing, Alastriona, that Lumpkin's behavior is definitely Fae adjacent. Like, it's not working the same way that the Fae in the Glamour Isles work. It's not matching any of the stories of druidic magic that you're used to from Inishmore. But there are similarities. echoes, but it's like a more childlike version.
She's
Like, if
probably
you-
just kind of following along then, like still thinking
Mhm.
how great I got to watch out for Arnau. But she's amused more about as this guy like talks. She's like
Mhm.
just kind of fun listening to his version of things.
And like the longer he talks and interacts, the more he fits the legends of Ely Lumpkin from.
Mm.
It's like the name is beginning to fit him. Or maybe even transforming him.
This is why you don't name the Fae Arnau.
And yes,
I didn't name the Fae. That was Newt. If I had named the Fae, it would have been Little Ankle Biter.
Isn't
We can
your
have titles.
boss's name Biter?
No.
do you have a title?
Not yet. I haven't earned one.
Are you looking to earn one?
They seem to be a lot of work.
What do you have to do to get a title?
Maybe you teach a really mean person a really good lesson, something funny. Maybe you get adopted into a noble family for a while and become part of the legacy of the land. Maybe you kill a whole army that's invading.
You could do
Ooh.
that.
For the record, there are quite a few legends of the reason Uzura, which is a fairly backwards nation, does not get like wiped out by other invading nations is because armies have a tendency of marching into Uzura and then vanishing.
You can never.
But one
hope
was
they
found
don't
entirely frozen in a freak storm.
freak storm.
And so you haven't done any of those kinds of things yet.
No, I just like making people snacks. It's more fun.
Well, maybe one day you can make snacks for a very important person. And when you make those snacks for that very important person, you can teach them the value of hard work and opportunity. And luck.
I already did teach a very important person. Feed a
Newt.
very important person. Newt.
Newt, yes.
And
Newt is very
one day, I bet that will earn you a title in and of itself.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Asgeir, this is all presumably happening around on the deck. You're overhearing bits and pieces of this.
Yeah. Anything that Arnau is involved with around Lumpkin, there's a stolen glance of like, nothing's on fire yet. Okay, Verity's there. All right.
And again, something that some of you, with everything that was happening, might not have noticed. Ely is bigger than he was when you all first found him. He at one point grew taller and gained some streaks of color in the fur that is on him.
Nikoletta actually witnessed that, didn't she?
Yeah, she was the one who. A bunch of you saw the transformation happen. Nikoletta and Arnau saw the inciting incident.
So how tall is it now?
It started at about 6 inches
Yeah.
tall. He is now just shy of a foot.
Like anytime Arnau tries to touch him, she like slaps his hand.
And he is carrying a little wooden sword.
That-
It would barely be a pocket knife to anyone else, but for him it is sword-sized.
I gave him.
I know you did. I'm well aware you did. It's all your fault.
Well, I think Eli Lumpkin, protector of Newt, is a wonderful title. Wouldn't you say, Verity? Wouldn't you say, Alastriona?
No. You stop bothering up the cute little creature that makes baked goods.
He looks over at Newt and he goes, "It was good to protect her, but she needs better protectors, and I'm ready to go home."
Would you be
Fancy.
opposed to a name?
What was that?
Would you be opposed to a new name, or perhaps an addition to the name you currently have? Something to more fit the title you have won on the ship.
What name would that be?
You like Ely Lumpkin, right? Ely Air. Air meaning to watch over or care, as you watched over Newt.
He thinks about that. And he looks over at Newt. And Newt nods. And he's like, Ely Air. And it's like he's trying it out. And then he gets this bright smile on his face and dancing around, waves his hand, and basically a full banquet table appears on the front deck. Loaded down with food, with desserts, with drink. And all the crew's looking at it. And then they look up at Asgeir. Eating food and eating and drinking as the ship comes into the dock. Very quickly, they have to get back to work as the ship goes through the process of docking and everything. Bob,
There are 2 rules as captain. Feed your men, don't run out of mead.
Yeah. He as Bob pulls the party aside before they go off and is like, okay, just remember, we're against the clock here. A month should be enough to do whatever you want to do, right?
I should think so.
All right.
We're just
Try to be
going
back
to
here.
your temple, right?
Try to be back in that kind of time. If much longer than that and we get frozen in, and frankly, I'm not sure the Dawnlight Breeze survives being in a freeze. So if it's starting to get bad, I might have to leave early and you all might have to travel out overland. Is there anywhere you would want me to meet you all? Or
The
should
waters
we
of
just
Vestin
assume-
won't be any better.
Well, the ports of Vestin and Avignon don't freeze. That water state keeps flowing. This is too far into the maw and otherwise landlocked. That's why it freezes.
That may be our best and perhaps only option.
All right, we'll head to Vestin then. Wait for you all. Not a bad place to winter, all told.
We
I mean,
are going.
Better would be Castile, but
No.
Where are we right now? We're in
you're in Ekatnava in
Ekatnava.
Uzura,
Ekatnava.
on the far eastern part of the maw.
And if we were to have to travel
We'd have to go through Ison.
through the mountains, we'd have to go through for Vestin. We'd be meeting them at what? Vendel?
It's basically impossible to get to Vestin and Avignon overland from Uzura. The mountains are nigh
Too
on
thick.
impassable.
Yeah.
So
we'd be having to head south.
Yeah, if you were trying to stay on target, you would probably head south through the Samartian Commonwealth towards Vidachi.
You can
Yeah,
meet
no,
in
I
5
like-
sails.
If that's a
So
better
he'd
land
be-
option,
Meeting us at, man, I can't read that.
You can meet in Vestini, 5 sails, San Agustin.
He looks up and he's like, 5 sails would be a good place for us to keep our heads down. And I can do some trading around there.
Sounds
If-
good plan to me.
If this needs to
Oh.
happen, we don't want to have to travel to the Sarmatian Commonwealth unless we have to. So we've got a
We
month.
Who do you owe money to, Zell?
I owe money to a lot of people, not in the Sarmatian Commonwealth. It's just a war zone.
Don't you owe money to everyone here?
Everyone here. I pay
Yes.
everyone here. I'm your boss, not your boss, but I'm all of their bosses. I
You're
pay
also
them.
very bad at cards. Nikoletta has taken you. Asgeir has taken you.
I mean, all
The
you have to
bank
do
is
is
always
let him
closed,
smell
it would
alcohol and
seem.
he's done.
Is this canon that Arnau loses a lot of card games in downtime?
Oh,
Let's vote.
I'll give it to you if you want it. It's your character, Shadow. I'll give it to you.
I
if you want it.
mean- I feel like with his levels in Tempt, he would be really good at it, though.
No, being good at bluffing does not mean that you would outdo all the other people really good at bluffing.
Okay, losing to people in my party, that's fair. He probably is not as good at lying or tempting these four or Demetrius. So probably these five, he's probably lost a lot. But in general, I don't think he loses at cards a lot in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
I think the crew in general, for like the players, would have the unwritten advantage of we don't believe Arnau. Automatic disadvantage for him.
All right. So Bob looks at you all and it's like, okay, I'll do some minor trading, but in general, I'll stay close so that whenever you all get back, we can be pretty sure that we're here to meet you all. All right. I had one of my boys run ahead, and they should have word on a caravan or something that you all can take towards the capital. The kid walks up, and he has kind of a long look on his face and goes, actually, the last trade caravan just left like 3 days ago. And nothing new going for a while. So you all might be better off hiring horses, a cart, maybe a carriage, and taking the road yourself.
Okay.
Oh, Mordaunt!
We have to do.
And
what we have to do.
Mordaunt even handles this kind of weather, that poor horse.
Mordaunt is actually all of the horses aboard are Eisener by origin, and so they can deal with the cold.
Of course, Mordaunt can
It's
deal
better
with
than
this
being
weather.
dead.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
As you all are
To ride my
getting off,
super. Yay.
the horses that have been achieved, so that's horses for Arnau, Verity, and Demetrius, are brought down. And as you are starting to talk at a stable to see, what could be available, all of a sudden a voice comes from behind. Look at this merry bunch of troublemakers. The O'Bannon is just there.
Alastriona turns right around. Now what do I owe the pleasure of seeing your face again?
A rumor has it y'all have been stirring the pot quite a bit. It has created some interesting advantages.
You're welcome then.
Appreciate it. Unfortunately, one of these advantages mean I'm about to go on a bit of an adventure of my own. And I've been told it'd probably be best if I did not go on my own. And he turns to Alastriona. I am unfortunately going to need you to pull you away from this group. You'll be accompanying me.
Not a question, but a command.
Aye, in this case. The Queen feels it's best if I not be around Kiara while certain things are happening, and seems to think you would be a calming influence.
Oh, she's just going to get a shit-eating grin on her face. Like, oh, she does she?
Aye, she does.
I think I'd agree with her.
Well, congratulations. Having taken the oath, the Queen commands you to keep me out of trouble.
An honor as always.
I'll be over in the tavern. Give you all a moment to say your goodbyes. You'll be with me for quite some time, Alastriona. And with that, he turns and walks out.
She's gone from being a little bit more like laid back and relaxed, and she's kind of got more of an air of a soldier about her again. A little more tightness to her body language, and just kind of turns to everyone. Well, seems I've got my orders.
You're leaving us, friend?
Seems I have to.
Just like that?
An order is an order.
I get you're a soldier, but
My king asks for me. I can't say no. I'm sorry.
I don't get it, but I've never held loyalty to crowns, so, but I understand. Do what you must.
If it's any consolation, from what he was saying, it's actually pretty important that I go and take care of whatever it is with him.
Of course he thinks it's important. He's fucking royalty.
Whatever's going on, I'm specifically to help keep that Chiara at bay, one of those vampires. So it's still going to be important for everything that we've been doing.
Here. Wherever you go, if you run into any undead and you get hit or struck by them otherwise, put this on it. It'll be better before you're gone into safety. She gives you a small pouch of Summer Smile.
Put it into a bag on her side. Thank you. I'll keep that
And
safe.
if you ever need to lie low somewhere for a while, you've been to Ichtersburg. My father knows your face.
It's appreciated. I don't want to go, but I'll be back. You can't get rid of me that easy. I'll be back.
Certainly will.
And she'll go over to Verity. You can keep yourself safe, yeah?
I am not good with goodbyes. And she would just kind of give a like the bird pat hug awkwardly. But I would like you to do your best to take all the lessons I have given you. I know it will be hard. You must write. And it's clear that she is very much so holding it, like at the edge. She would very much so totally be crying if the others weren't around, probably, like if they were alone.
Mm-hmm.
But she just is like, so you must remember everything we have shared together, and be a woman's woman to a Bannon. It would seem that he has woman's problems.
Yeah, he seems to. But don't you worry, I'll keep all those lessons handy. I wrote down my corset size and everything. And she'll wink.
Oh, and she would like go and she'd fetch from her blouse. She'd just be like, hold on one moment. Ah, and she'd pull out her like boob knife that she tried to give her at the ball and just be like, you never know.
You know what? That's fair. And she'll.
You've always had my back. I shall have your front.
I wouldn't want anyone else there.
Not true.
It is for right now. Just rub it right into the titty pocket. Well, Asgeir, you got the ship?
And if you need to cross the maw and find yourself in trouble, you know whose name to drop now. To get out of that trouble.
Oh, that's fair. We're all running with a royalty now. I'm sure that'll get us, you all, plenty of places. And she'll just kind of stop when she recognizes what she just said. You're all going to be just fine without me.
That's not what I think we're all worried about. Are you going to be just fine without us?
I'll be all right.
Honestly, I was more worried about
Bannon
the
and I
O'Bannon
make a
without
pretty
her.
darn good team.
Honestly.
Trust me when I say it'll be good that I go along.
Oh, now, you've seen Alastriona fight. You certain you're worried about her?
And there are many threats, not just physical.
That much is true.
I'll be sure to send letters to where I know y'all are going to be heading to. I'll keep you updated. All right?
If you do need to get back in contact with us or reach us, as always, I update myself with the Merchants of the Veston League wherever I go. So if you need, send a letter, go speak with one of the guild masters, and you should be able to get back to us very quickly.
Perfect. See? You can't get rid of me so easy. But I need to get going.
Sadly, this is a goodbye as Abby is facing one of the great BBEGs of all role-playing games, real life. And so we are going to be saying goodbye to Abby as a regular part of the table for now, but we are not getting rid of her. We'll probably get some guest appearances and stuff like that. So real quick, Abby, thank you so much for all these great
Thank you, guys. Love you all in this table.
It's my woman's woman right there.
All right. The O'Bannon comes back out, and the two of them together walk away, and then there is a flurry of snow around them, and then nothing.
I like that man less and less every time we see him.
I'm going to
So
kill him.
very curious
no.
about that magic weapon he has.
Who's going to tell Newt? Oh, Arnau.
Wait,
Meanwhile,
no, where's
what's
Demetrius? He doesn't know about this.
Aha, Demetrius.
Yeah.
Demetrius.
Brilliant.
It's what you get for missing. What you get for missing, Belle. All right. Anyway, so, all right. Moving forward, what sort of transport are you all looking? Are you all looking to just have everyone on horses? Are you looking to hire a cart or a carriage or anything like that? What are people going for?
I mean, at this point, it might be easier with the horses.
Yeah.
All right. So horses are easily enough attained at well within the party's spending limits. And so soon everyone is mounted and heading into the countryside. Arnau, did you have a thing?
I was just saying, I'm literally rich.
Okay,
Literally
yeah.
have
So
that merit.
as you are starting to move, how would you say as you are riding, like what sort of arrangement does the party put themselves in? Like, are you all just sort of going slapdash, moving forward behind to talk to people as you have the urge? Do you have a planned order? How are you going about this?
I feel like Nikoletta should just generally be in the middle because she's the least combat oriented out of all of us. Asgeir should be in the front because he's just going to be in the front anyways because he's going to throw himself headfirst into any conflict that we see.
Him and Demetrius, if Demetrius were here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
him and Demetrius, who is here. He's just sort of zoned out.
He's riding behind Verity, and he's very distracted.
Well, it is a very pretty horse. That is true.
That's a weakness.
Pretty horses.
All right. As you all are riding around, all of a sudden, Asgeir, sitting on your horse's head, right between the ears, is Ilier.
Oh,
Ah,
Where are you going?
further inland. We have
Ussel.
to make it to shelter in Usara.
Oh, you're going to the capital,
Yes.
to Pavklo. Okay. And he looks around. If you follow this road, you'll get to the capital. It's for trade between the trade ships and the capital. Just don't diverge from the road. The woods in this area can be weird.
Weird in what way?
Weird like me, but not always nice.
Bad magic. Understood.
Suddenly, each of you have in your hand a mug of hot chocolate. And he looks up at all of you and goes, have fun. I'm going home. and poofs away.
Bonsoir.
I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss that poor boy. I love him so much.
What am I doing? I have a real mug in my hand.
Can we
I-
can we adopt one
Delicious
ice
hot
gear?
chocolate.
No.
No, and you
You are not
keep
ready.
all your blades in their holster. No cutting yourself.
Arnau, you are not ready to have a friend that you need to care for.
You can barely care for yourself.
Suddenly, Ely is on Verity's shoulder. Oh, I almost forgot. When you were here, when you are meeting various usurans, you need to remember there is a rule that they have, that they all follow. We share the warmth, or we die of the cold.
Yes.
So we have to be nice?
It's important to be nice. Be hospitable. Accept hospitality. If you do that, you'll be fine. Unless you run into someone really grumpy.
We should accept all hospitality blindly.
He thinks. If it's offered with mean intentions, that would be rude.
Oui.
So you're
What?
probably fine.
What happens should we accept hospitality from someone with mean intentions?
I mean, like if I poisoned your hot chocolate,
Please don't do that. But yes, in theory.
Matushka would be very mad at me.
Oh right, you have a goddess that does this. Okay, so we just do. There's literal divine retribution at stake. Okay, then I'm not as concerned.
Goddess is a very, very loose term.
Anyway, that's all I wanted
Not
to say.
insult the goddess.
What is this effect?
The Toplata over there.
He poofs away again. Matushka, if anyone asks you if you're a god, you say yes. All right. So the group goes riding into the countryside. And considering that it is connecting the only operable mercantile port and the literal capital of the nation, there is remarkably little traffic on this road. And for the first day and a half of travel, it's pretty boring. You will occasionally pass a farmer's wagon or folks walking by, and you notice as folks pass you, almost every time they will offer food if they have any to share. They'll offer to show you where to get water if they know of a likely spot nearby. People are aggressively friendly and hospitable is what you're noticing as people pass. One will say, I'm about to set up camp. Would you like to share my fire? In general, how is the party reacting to this? Like, because this is very different from what some of you know. Though, Nikoletta, you would recognize it. It's very common for Eisner peasants who are not living in walled cities.
Mm-hmm. So this is
you're not a zombie, cool. I'm going to try to help you stay alive. That is well known in the Eisner wilderness, but
feels like home more or less.
Yeah.
You know, Arnau is gonna accept most of the time. He's accepting the hospitality, but he's also because he is wealthy and he doesn't want to take advantage of people. He's also going to share his wealth. So when if somebody offers him something, he's going to say, "Allow me to give you a gift in return." He's going to give them a few gold coins.
Okay. Give me your wits and empathy.
That's a good pull for Elmo. That actually is a good pull for Elmo.
But what about
you
for
guys
Arnau?
think I'm joking?
No, I totally see Arnau as an epic. Like, I need to know what people are thinking.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna re-roll that 1. Okay, because this is a 3 dice pool for me. It's 10. That's 2 raises. That is 3 raises.
Okay. On 3 raises, and it takes you a little while to come to this conclusion, but about the 3rd or 4th time you offer some gold for something that someone offers you, and you're phrasing it not as a repayment but as a gift. They seem to be they're definitely well received and appreciated. But you are massively overpaying. Like if you were going to go just based on coinage value, you are massively overpaying. Like most of these are services that you would normally pay coppers for. And you're paying in gold. And always well received, joyfully received. But not like particularly given these are peasants, like a gold coin in certain cities. I mean, that's like a week of like food and board and everything. And they're accepting it like you have given them a pretty bauble. And at one point, you overhear someone who smiles and he mutters some words in Usuran. And because of your time in the Venda League, you've heard this phrase from them before, because it's why the Venda League, like they've got connections here, like they're the primary source for trade for the furs, but the phrase translates roughly into you can't eat gold. And you're picking up, this is primarily a barter culture.
This is what
cash. Yeah. And again, always well received. No one's mad about it, though some of them are amused by it, is kind of the general vibe. Does anyone else participate in the gift exchange? And if you do, what kind of things do you give? Nikki?
Little sachets of tea occasionally. Like
Okay.
not a whole lot of them, just Dankeschön, and just
Very well received. This is, and you're picking up like this is something that they will enjoy intensely and they don't often have access to.
I don't think Asgeir having material things to offer them, but he has his skill to offer. So things in their party or packs that need repair would really be the focus.
Very well. Like at one point, you're able to take a little time to help fix a wagon. Like you can't take a lot of time. You all are trying to move with speed, but like just recognizing, oh, if you do this here, fairly simple repairs that they just didn't really know or think to do, and they're like, oh, that's going to work a whole lot better, and very well received.
It's somewhere between the line of like master crafter, not to that level, but also where is the handy advantage? Where it's like, hey, this isn't going to hold forever, but it will get you to the next town.
And again, always receive. And there's just this odd joyfulness as folks are walking around. Like you often get an announcement that another group is coming because you hear them singing as they approach. And they seem universally, you are getting reinforced the stereotypical user and setup. This is a very short, generally broad-shouldered, strong people. They are not tall, but neither are they small. They are stocky, and yes, Ryan, these are your people.
My people.
And but also just joyful and singing and generally happy. There is those of you with an empathy of two or higher will pick up. There is a slight edge to it. Like you'll occasionally see someone who maybe isn't having the best day, but you all agree, and so it's sometimes it is masking. Everyone in Uzura is not, Uzura is not a happier nation than others typically, but there is this you want to appear happy, particularly to strangers.
They don't have like a wind-up box with a bunch of musical puppets singing about how it's a happy place.
No, that has not happened.
Good, because Arnau would make us listen to it again.
no.
Welcome to
Welcome to Usura, such a perfect land.
All
here.
right.
We have some rules.
On your second night along of travel, actually it's not night yet, probably late afternoon. The snow starts picking up. There's been frost every morning and every evening. Like they call it fall, but you can see the occasional snowbank stuff as you move around. And now the snow is falling in earnest. And at first it's just some pleasant few, snowfalls. And after the endless brown of Eisen, it's pretty. It's nice. But now the snow is starting to come down, and it's coming down thick. And it goes from, hey, this is fun and this is neat, to this is a problem fairly quickly. This is going to be a pretty brutal blizzard. You all are getting the impression.
Finally, some good weather.
Well, we were told to stay on the path.
Yep.
Is there any sort of shelter on the path?
Go ahead. If someone's going to do some scouting ahead to see if what they can find, if we could get one person to do my initial thing is wits and notice. But if anyone wanted to try to talk me into something else to find good shelter for the evening, feel free to give me your pitch.
That's not a bad pool for Elmo.
Honestly,
it's not a bad pool for Elmo either for me, but
I struggle to think of anything else it would be.
But my only other thought was wits and ride, because we're riding ahead. But but I would not want that pool. I would prefer notice.
Wits and notice is a better pool for the Elmos.
All right, go ahead and give me let's pick one person to do the wits and notice check.
Verity would have been basically tearing up her heavier fur coats and going without, and giving the fur for mothers to line gloves for their kids. Like, she'd only be giving it to people with children so that they can use it for lining and better insulation for the kids.
Cool. Very cool. That is hugely well received.
Whoever does the roll, please remember your flair.
Who
I'm
wants
using
to do
Mag's
the roll?
dice.
I have a dice pool of 5 without
Same.
flair.
With flair 6.
So do you want to roll, or do you want me to roll?
You want a hero point?
I
We really want to find shelter, You're going to fail on purpose? I swear to God.
I was really going to try to get you to let me do it, and then I was going to fail on purpose. But I see your eyes, and I know that if I do that, I'm going to
I know what you're going to do. So I'm not going to give you a hero point.
I wonder if my new kingdom has dungeons.
Because then I'm going to have to resort to a quirk.
That giggle is just ever so slightly manic.
No, you can roll without. We'll just be cold. I don't care if we get shelter now. Go keep my hero point.
Oh, so you're gonna have me roll? Okay.
Yeah.
I was saying I was gonna.
You're just gonna fail anyways. You can roll away.
I haven't activated it, and now I'm scared too.
Well, I mean, only if I give you a hero point and then you do that, and then I'll have to kill you. Yes, but I'm not going to give you the hero point, so you fail away. You're wasting your own dice.
But wouldn't this be narratively satisfying for Arnau to fail?
You make it narratively satisfying all you want, and I will flex my new guns on you.
Okay, I'm rolling.
Her dad is Batman. He'll come for you.
Renaissance Batman.
Guys, I promise you. I promise you. This is my dice betraying me again. I have never seen so many 1s and 2s. Okay, that's actually a 4. I thought that was a 2. Okay, so it might be a little better. Okay.
Did you build at least one raise?
It's 2 raises. 2 raises.
With 2 raises, it's getting late and the snow's coming down hard, and you're starting to get to the point like, are we gonna just dig a hole in a snowbank and hope for the best? When finally you pull around a bend and you find a fairly cheerful looking village right along the side of the road. Several buildings going, smoke coming up from the chimneys. There's a well in the center of a common area and a couple of bigger buildings. And there's some people moving in, generally quickly, to try to stay out of the snow and the storm. But you can see light behind the windows.
When you say people, these are people that we were just encountering on the road, like people we recall.
No, because everyone you encountered was going the other way.
Ah, I see. And you say, when you say side of the road.
Yeah, like the road, the village was built because of the road. It gives
So
you
the road is going through the village.
the road is going through the village.
The road is not eerily to one side of this miraculous village.
Mouse is 100% making sure.
Word usage matters always.
Most
So when
of
you
the
say
village
something
is
like
on-
"Don't
most-
leave the path," and then you're like, "There's this magical village on the side of the road," and it's like, "Side of the road" seems like a threatening use right now.
You do not have to go into the woods to get to the village. How about that?
As long as we're out of the woods and home before dark.
Into the woods to Mabushka's house. And home before dark.
As you all are like bringing your horses in, I take it there. Is Verity as suspicious as Mouse is, or
I
I know that Mouse doesn't trust me. How's Verity?
her woman's woman just left. She very well might be, I think.
She's a little, maybe, distraught.
Mm-hmm.
So is Arnau. We're very much upset.
We are very much upset. There was definitely a point where we probably looked at each other and we said,
But
"We
she's been
both
giving
wanna
away
cry?"
her warm clothes, so she's cold. She wants to go to the warm.
See,
What-
Mouse this session is just me last session. Like, I don't trust you in this freaking Fae.
She's like, I was fine with the Fae. I'm not so great with being in Usura.
As you all are riding in, an older looking gentleman, you probably guess upper 40s, maybe lower 50s, is sitting on his porch, or you presume his porch, smoking a pipe, and seeing you all come in, he stands up and walks over to greet you. Hello, travelers. Welcome. I am Viktor Shukov. I am Starshina of this village. This is Selishi. Might I have your names?
Arnau Cecero of the Vendel League. This is my traveling.
You
companion.
buy our seal furs. And he reaches out and shakes your hand.
You can call me
Indeed.
Nikki.
You may call me Laurys.
Nikki Laurys?
I gotta be very careful how I word this one because I don't trust Dane right now. That was really
Yeah.
great phrasing
I was
me.
like, Arnau's about to like, give him all our names, and I was about to be like, Arnau wants to die.
Dan phrased it a certain way, and everyone from the Appalachians was like, ah.
It's just like a person from Usura starts talking to you, and we're all just like, don't trust them.
You may call me Asgeir.
Asgeir. So good to meet you. Welcome to Selishi. With this weather, it is lucky that you made it here in time. Unfortunately, we do not have a inn, so to speak. We do have, and he gestures behind him. This is our tavern, general store type place. But you all are visitors in our village, and if you wish, I offer you all hospitality in my home.
Thank you. It would be rude not to accept.
Oh, foreigners, but you've been taught. Excellent. We're not, most of us are not as touchy as some of the warnings would have you believe, but thank you for accepting the hospitality. Here, let me show you where you can put your horses. And he leads you behind his building is a fairly well appointed stable. It seems his home probably serves as the town inn more often than not. There's only the one horse in it, but there's enough stalls for you all to put up your horses. Yes, Arnau.
Point of order. Have I done enough science off of the last when I was trying to basically study the Leshy? Have I done enough science to do my second dot of scholarship now?
You were looking into lesson. You might want to do no. We'll say this when we get to the end of the session. This will count as
Okay, because I was going to offer
as
something
a story step.
in exchange, but we'll stop that. I'll mention that in a second.
Okay.
For the people.
All right. So as he's setting everything up, and he's like, take the time you want to put your bags. My wife Olia is inside. She will show you where your rooms are. I imagine you'll be quite comfortable. And then come over and join us in the tavern if you wish.
Of course.
And he steps out. Anyone taking any special precautions, or are we just stabling horses? What are we doing? I don't want to deprive you of the opportunity to be paranoid.
Arnau is going to, because it is very cold, and because while they are Eisen-bred horses, these horses are not necessarily made for this level of cold. So Arnau is going to be giving like all the things you would normally give horses when it's cold outside. He's making certain that there are no blankets on them, because you don't put blankets on a cold horse. It's bad. He's putting out any water that they may need, assuming that they have water that can be put out.
There's actually a fair amount of water in a barrel. And you notice, even despite the cold, I guess it's actually not that surprising with the current level of cold, that well in the center of the village seems to be working very effectively, and people are able to pull up water as needed.
And yeah, he's going to make certain that whatever foodstuffs the horse needs, he's going to try to make certain that they have, because horses are really good at regulating their own heat. Fun fact. This is fun horse fact. Chandler knows a lot of fun horse facts. For reasons that I won't.
For those of you who don't know, Chandler is in fact a magical horse girl. So
yes. But horses are really good at regulating their own temperature and the heat. They just need the fuel to be able to do so. So Arnau is just like, okay, Mordaunt, okay, it's okay. I know it's cold. I know you're fussy. I know you're angry because Verity standing nearby.
Mordaunt is so happy to not be on that boat. He's been in a great mood this whole time as you all have been riding.
If you
want had friends on this last ride.
Oh yeah, he and Sugar are getting along great.
I'm so glad that you have a horse friend. I know Verity's riding her, which makes it a little rough. And you're probably wanting to bite Verity, but it's okay, buddy. It's okay. She'll be defenseless at some point.
What's everyone else doing?
I had a thought, and you can shoot me down here if you want, but feeling the vibe from the Siren Queen that I think I picked up, very territorial kind of individual. It would stand to reason in my mind that some kind of brooch or emblem would have been given to Asgeir to be like, this man is claimed.
You would have found after she grabbed you by the belt and the beard. You found in your beard a stone.
Yeah, I was thinking because I was looking at a couple things. They're called cowrie shells. And I was actually about to drop this image in my private thing.
Okay, sure.
Something that like clips onto like a belt that he like wears across his shoulder or something.
Yeah, that works. We can go with that.
Just kind of like adjusting that, like kind of paranoid to have it not be seen. Like, I don't know where this woman has eyes and ears, and the imp thing and the magic woods. Like, just gonna make sure that's there.
All right. As you all, unless there's anything else, like as you're brushing horses down, when you come in, you see a short, stout woman. You would guess probably in her mid to late 40s. Probably Olia. In fact, she announces herself as such. It's like, oh, Victor told me we would have guests. Oh, welcome. Here, let me show you the rooms. We only have the 2 rooms between you all. I hope that's okay.
That is my mistake, man.
Yeah, Nikoletta nods and says, "Here you are, by the way," and gives her another small sachet of tea that she's been passing out to everybody.
Oh, thank you, my dear. And she leads you up in very well-appointed rooms. Bed space enough for everyone. Lots of blankets, lots of furs. fireplaces are not currently stoked, but you get the impression they are regularly. And she's like, we don't have the fires lit yet, but those will be before bed. Will you all be joining us for a meal?
I
Okay.
would love to, honestly. That would be wonderful. Tell me, do any of your Arnau's master craftsmanship being poisons? That means he probably understands medicine to a certain degree. Do you have any sick or ill that I could aid?
Vasily had a fever a few days ago, but I believe that's broken. We've had a lot of luck with diseases this fall. Of course, winter's coming, so.
Well, if you have any more fevers, and he's gonna give like a few like herbs that would be used that in
willow bark type things, things, and
in
Easily
small amounts cure fevers, and large amounts cause fevers.
So he she gets that, welcomes it. It's like, oh, this will be so handy, and kind of shows you all over to the tavern, which is not a lot, because like they said, it is a combination tavern and general store. People don't always come here, they don't always have travelers, and so there's a couple of tables, and and there's food and there's drink, and generally people are enjoying themselves. And in fact, upon hearing that you all are here, some extra people are coming in. You get the people who maybe would normally eat at home are coming in just to engage with the strangers. So how are you all presenting yourselves as you are surrounded by the villagers? So you're getting the figure this is not a regular stop along the way. The travelers more prefer places with inns and the like. So
I think I think we're all just paranoid enough to be like, how can we help?
right now, no one seems to need anything, though they seem to definitely appreciate how you ask. And they talk about, some things they've been working on. One farmer kind of corners Asgeir and talks in far more detail, as farmers are often wont to do, about everything that went wrong at all with his crop over the last growing season.
Yep.
Though he frequently stops mid-rant and goes, though, of course, enough to feed everyone. Mother bless us. And then continues on. He's mad, but not at her explicitly, and he'll put that in writing.
You're more beautiful than Aphrodite. Take it back. Take it back. Take it back.
I have a gold apple for you. No.
Anything but that. I like breathing. Arnau's going to continue helping because Arnau does while he's here. Because Arnau does like wines and stuff like that, and he does a lot of alcohol. And obviously, they have mead. This is a tavern, right? So they have alcoholic drinks here.
Yeah,
so Arnau,
they have mead and beer.
Okay,
or mead and ale. Mead and ale.
Mead and ale. So Arnau is being like, oh, do you have any stores of these berries? He's like spicing the mead and ale for people to make a different flavor profile for them because of the wine.
They do have
some ingredients unnecessarily. Excellent. What a great use of a nutritious fruit or vegetable.
They try it out. Like, they don't have a ton of berries because the berries that they pick tend to get eaten pretty quickly. But they try it out and they're like, oh, interesting. And like, some of them haven't tried that before, and they seem to enjoy as things are going on. Nikoletta, how are you handling yourself in this tavern? Like, it's a little bit of a festival atmosphere, and you all seem to be the festival.
She's got the same polite smile that she had throughout the entirety of Richtersburg, where she's just happy to receive the attention, happy to give it, and just for every single person that she shakes hands with, that she speaks with, they get this small, like, single serve sachet of tea. She's only got so many herbs.
Actually, you run into an older woman who seems to be her name's Anya. Wait, no, that's someone else. Anyway, sorry. Actually, it'll be Olya. Oya from the house, when you're bringing the she actually brings out some of the tea that she has collected for stuff like that. And it's sort of like when people who are really into tea get together and they're like, oh, you have this? Have you ever tried this blend? And da-da-da-da-da. And like she notices that you have all of these little like handling like basically alchemist tools or apothecary tools. She's like, oh yes. So clearly you are super into tea, and so is taking advantage of having someone to talk to.
She'll sit there and gab tea with grandma for as long as she wants.
Verity, how are you handling yourself during the meal?
Oh, I just assume she's being accosted by children.
There are kids around. A bunch of little girls in the room have noticed you particularly because your dress is a little nicer than what they've seen, and they're kind of checking it out. And
Well, yeah, and I gave away my coat, so just cold.
Actually, someone noticing that is like, "Oh my dear, you're Montanian. You need a coat."
It was fair land. Children need warm hands. They lose fingers and things like that.
Oh yes, but and they start going through the general store and start bringing out coats for you to try.
Oh, good. The only one that will fit will be hideous. Excellent.
And well, let's see what happens here.
Hey, if it makes you feel anybody,
Why would you even have this?
I have a really cursed idea that's going to take your mind completely off of this.
I'm so excited.
They come out with a dark brown fur-lined coat. It's mostly leather with the fur line, designed for. It's a bit short for you because it's a Usuran woman's coat, but I mean it's nothing fancy. In Montaigne, you would look very poor, but it is not ugly. It is well made and certainly warm.
If it's warm, she's just like, I don't care.
As Asgeir?
Kind of being like hands-tied, unable to do anything. Since they are in a tavern, he starts getting people kind of like enjoying the scene and actually sings for them.
I was gonna say, are you going to scald?
No, he performs a number called Constable Cutie.
Give me panache and perform. Let's just see what happens here.
Panache and perform. Not a great pool, but I have worse.
Definite flair. I don't think I've given you this pool yet this campaign.
No, I haven't done anything this dumb yet.
I think you should have an extra flair die because it's the first roll of the campaign.
That's 3.
3 raises?
Yeah, a pair of 4s, a pair of 6s, and a 10.
So, Asgeir, you are not the greatest performer in the world, but you are used to singing with a crew in order to keep things on, and you are loud and you are on pitch, and that's all folks need. They're joining in. Some folks start a little bit of dancing and moving around, and there's just this general enjoyment of what's going on. And finally, Victor stands up and goes, "This is so much fun. It is so great to have you all with us here. You've been traveling on the road for some time. How long since you sailed into Akatnava?" And it's been probably a couple of days.
It's been a few days. We've been kind of stuck to the boat.
Then we have something you will all enjoy so much.
Poison.
Our village has been blessed. Zalishi has been blessed. There is a natural hot springs under the town, and we have built a bathhouse around it. Under the town, yes. Bubbling up. Once was in the wild, but we built a bathhouse around it, and the warm waters keep the well from freezing over during the winter. It is the lifeblood of our town, and we would be honored if you would join us. Surely it has been a long time since any of you have had a proper bath. Would you all join us in the bathhouse?
Of course.
Of course.
Of course, we have to. I don't think Asgeir's ever had a proper bath, so we must show him what it's like.
Remind me to lock you up when we get back to the mall.
Just dangle him by his ankles in the ocean.
Ryan, since I see that you had the lyrics handy, were you wanting to actually sing the
No,
song?
no.
That you were,
It's just
I
in
will
the
give
back
you
of
an
my
opportunity
brain.
to truly perform.
Because, like, it is the 7th C rendition of Cop Cutie from The Rookie. It has been an earworm all day. I'm like, I'm doing this. I'm going to find a way.
All right. So who is going along to the bathhouse? All right. Is Verity not? Okay. As you all step out of the tavern and you start walking to the other big building. So there is the building where the Starshina lives. There is the general store / tavern. And then this building, which you, even walking up, you can see steam rising from several vents in the room. And as you all are walking out and Arnau, Nikoletta, and Asgeir are heading towards it, you see two young folks. One, a blonde woman, probably mid-20s, noticeably taller than anyone else in the town. Everyone else has been sort of dark hair, short and stocky. She is tall and leggy as she walks out. And along with her, short and stocky young man, both completely naked. As they walk out of the doors, steam.
And we wonder why Verity did not
All right. Is that kind
rush
of
on off.
And as the doors open and you see the steam billowing out, you can see the bathhouse is one big
Yep, it's
pool
not
of
gender
water.
segregated because it wouldn't be. So yeah, Verity's just super smart in this moment. I saw it all. Woohoo! Big summer blowout.
And you see the young man actually, like, because the snow has already started accumulating. And he gives the young woman a bit of a nudge and runs and basically dives into the snowbank. Again, fully naked, stand up, just rubbing it on him, just like, it's the good stuff. The young woman notices you all, goes, oh, no one told us there were visitors. And she, again, naked as the day she was born, approaches you all. Hello and welcome to Salishi.
We're going
Thank
to say
you.
that Verity did not let Belle go either.
Verity has grabbed Demetrius. And
He was like, oh, okay. And she was like, absolutely
No.
not. What are you talking about? I know things.
She's got him by the ear. No.
Because I know that if Belle were here, this would be the other way around. She would. I still wouldn't have gone, but he'd have tried to go, and then he'd have been like, "Oh," and then he'd been back and like, "Verity, Verity, come on! You'll be so relaxed. You deserve it. Come on." So I'm just going. Nope, Belle did not go. Belle does not get to enjoy any of this.
So as
Nothing.
the naked, and it must be said, beautiful blonde walks up, Verity grabs Demetrius by the ear and drags him over.
Like,
to the
you
side.
guys have some fun. We're gonna have some cocoa. Well, we'll invent it. I don't care. Come on.
Is that what you're
Let's
calling
go
it?
tell
Okay.
children stories of the infamous Demetrius Penn. Come on.
Asgeir, Arnau, and Nikoletta. A beautiful naked woman stands before you all. How are you all reacting to this?
Asgeir, not batting an eye, like, I'm home.
Arnau also not batting an eye, being like, well, he's not batting an eye at her. He definitely batted an eye at the guy who just dove into the snow.
Yeah, this very muscular, well-built young man that there's literally steam rising off of as he's there. And Nikoletta?
Nicoletta's nonplussed. She's very clinical about it, but it's like a very pointed looking at the face.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to Salishi, everyone. Are you all going to be joining us in the bathhouse?
Yes.
Arnau announced here immediately.
1, 2, 3.
We couldn't have done that if we planned it.
Trying to do it on purpose, you would have messed it up. Oh man, that was beautiful.
That's a clip right there.
That is a clip right there.
Hey, Bella, you're missing an episode, man.
I don't even want to imagine.
And she looks to Nikoletta, who, another blonde, immediately like sticks out to her, and she's like, "Oh, will you be coming with us?"
Now that she kind of freezes a little
Said
bit.
the giraffe to the gnome.
No, she is actually similar. She's actually probably a bit taller than Nikoletta. Nikoletta is short for an Eisner.
Yeah, I'm saying yes. That is the yes. Thank you.
And Kelsey is dying.
Because Kelsey was on par.
All right, so can you just give me a nod? Yes.
Are you getting naked, Nikki? You gonna...
No. No.
She looks a little bit disappointed, but if you've never tried the bath, like the hot spring water it's so good.
Is that, I don't have a problem with that. I would just much prefer be able to have a robe or a towel of some sort.
We have towels in there.
Ah, good. Then yes, I shall.
Leads you all in, and about half of the village is in here as you all come in. Children, old folks, and no one really seems to bat an eye at the nudity. There's numerous other people who you will notice are will occasionally they get to, you start getting overheated. They will get out and go outside into the frigid cold that is getting colder all the time. As our producer is reminding us that we're not allowed to cosplay this on Twitch.
What the camera don't see, you can't tell me what to do.
Are you saying that you know whether or not I'm wearing pants right now? Is that what you're saying? Don't assume my status of pantsdom.
She said clearly wearing overalls.
As you walk in, the young man who was out there comes up and introduces himself as Vasily Shukov, Victor's son of the Starshina. And as you all kind of slip back into the water, right around the time that you all come in, Vasily and Anya are coming back in, and you notice they were just starting to show the signs of feeling the cold, like starting to shiver. And so they come back in and very quickly dip down into the water. And it is, for folks who have been out in the cold and before that on the cold of the sea, getting into this hot water is just immediately like
soothes your bones.
So soothing and relaxing.
Hot tubbing in the middle of New England winter. Just
it's hot tub in the middle of the winter is best life.
In the mountains in the middle of the winter.
So how are you all handling yourself? I'm gonna go to Arnau first here. Very attractive, very muscled young man there in the water. Is Arnau shooting his shot so recently after everything that happened with Ezekiel?
I'm still writing Ezekiel letters. I don't have to tell him everything that I'm doing. It's not like we're exclusive. He didn't even say yes.
Not like the exclusive.
So yeah, he's shooting a shot. Why not?
All right. Vasily, who'd clearly also been very close with Anya, is receptive to this and is enjoying and reciprocating the flirting and stuff like that. Asgeir, how about you?
Since he has a complete lack of contempt at all, like he does not care, but
Mhm.
like he's also like not holding back.
Mhm.
Like for him, it's like, oh, this is just what we do. This is fine.
Mhm.
He did purposely move that shell from the clothing to the beard because
Okay.
he is genuinely terrified to not have it.
You'll notice that there is okay, so that's your general. You don't mind, like, they're not joking about the communal bath thing either. Like, people are offering to scrub each other's backs and stuff like this. It is
Yeah,
fully shared
immediately
experience.
just sinking into
Yeah.
the hot water. Like, yeah,
This is the life.
Yeah.
Nikoletta, how about you?
No. Seeing how populated it currently is, her thought is maybe I might come back a little bit later. Let's go help Grandma make some tea.
All right. So you all are enjoying the bath. Anyone who is flirting is having fun. Nikoletta, as you're walking out and crossing, are you going back to Victor's house?
Yes.
Okay. You step out, maybe with a sort of, like, you know how good that hot water would feel, but you're just not socially comfortable with it. So you're moving back towards, you see a young girl running out of the woods, and she looks visibly frightened.
Oh dear. Immediately investigate.
As you come over, she is talking to you in a stream of rapid fire urine.
I've got 3 in wits and scholarship. Do I understand her?
Go ahead and not with the 3 in scholarship. You know enough Usurin to put together. She's talking about someone named Ilya, and you're pretty sure she's saying that he has gone missing.
Oh yeah. She'll relay in some slightly broken Usurin to come with me. We'll go find someone to tell.
She leads you to the main house. Olya did not go to the bathhouses, so she is there, probably sharing some snacks and stuff with Verity and Demetrius. And then you look up and she's like, Sveta, what are you doing? What is wrong? And another string, so she's like, Ilya is missing. Oh no. She looks up at Verity. My dear, would you mind going to the bathhouse real quick and tell everyone there's a child missing at the edge of the village? We're so close to nightfall. We'll need everyone looking. You are muted.
Of course. What does the child look like?
And she describes a young boy about the same height as the little girl, probably, 2.5 to 3 feet tall, about 10, 11 years old. A very responsible young lad, she says. It's odd that they would miss. We should look soon.
And Verity would rush off towards the bathhouse.
Mm-hmm. Real quick, at the bathhouse, being told there's a child missing in the woods. Reaction of Arnau?
Arnau's immediate reaction is to pop out of the water, dangly bits everywhere. As he walks over to his stuff, because he never goes anywhere without his axes, so they are like just sitting out there.
You're not the only one.
Yeah. So he is pulling up his socks, all the least important things first. So everybody behind him is getting a really nice view. Pulling up his socks, like clipping on things, pulling up his pants. That's the last thing.
The night is coming so quickly. Please hurry.
And Asgeir?
Also climbing out, maybe not as like energetic as Arnau is described, but like he's from Vesson. Like, modesty is like, this is the body that the All-Father gave us. Like, why be embarrassed about it? Like, grabbing the axe first and then getting dressed.
Good Lord.
Everyone steps up in a similar way and gets up and gathers. And and Nikoletta, are you also joining the search?
I broke her.
Okay, yeah. And as you all rush to the edge of the woods to where the girl Sveta is leading you, what you find, it's a place where there seems to have been a little bit of a scuffle. and a single candy wrapper. And with that, we are going to take a quick break, and we will be back to resume right after this. But as you're looking around there, you glance and notice that a couple of crates of coal and wood and other things that have been brought down here have been sort of shifted around a bit and have created this little cubby almost. Like there's one over it, like it's got a little mini roof.
He's gonna peek in there. He's nosy.
You go over and looking under, you see a small little blanket, a couple of stuffed animals, and a little mini tea set. One other thing, you see a small chalkboard is in there too, with a piece of chalk on it near it. That looks like it's been used for drawing and stuff like that.
I gotcha. Is there anything currently on the chalkboard right now?
You pick it up and it's just in a very childish scratch. Are you there? Well, this is going to be a And welcome back. The party, now fully clothed, though some of them moist, at the edge of the forest, along with, it must be said, most of the village, are around and gathered where the little girl Sveta brings you all and shows where there's been apparently a little bit of a ruckus, of some broken branches, snow scattered. The last place where she saw Ilya, the young boy, and left in the place a single candy wrapper. Very simple, sort of, that might be used in any general store for the typical kind of glass candy that often gets made all over Thea. And everyone just sort of steels themselves and says, okay, they can't have gone far. Go into the woods. Have someone that you're walking with. Victor looks over at Olya, who kind of herds the village children back towards the Starshina house. And then folks start walking into the woods.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna loop my arm around Nikki and we're gonna start walking into the woods.
Into the woods.
I wanna have the necromancer on my side in this one.
I'm not a necromancer.
But Verity, I'm going to stay with you.
So are we not going in?
I didn't say that.
Well, I am not sure that I am going in because, you know, a foot tall being who can conjure chocolate from the air told us that we should not go in there.
But also, these people need our help.
Oh,
There's a child out there.
yes. But what if we are lost with a child too?
At
And
least
then
they won't be
a
alone.
child you and I have taken responsibility for has lost someone.
What if we go back and tell her that we didn't help?
I hate that you have a point.
Fine.
This is what happens when you have two parents playing adoptive parents. Like, what trick would I pull out?
All right.
Oh my god, I can't believe I'm gonna do this. She's gonna fish out one of those letters
Mm-hmm.
and start taking pieces of them and poking it into a corner of a twig branch at about eye level as they go. Sort of like
Canceling,
breadcrumbs.
grettling our way.
Yeah. So it's like whenever they decide to take a quite clear, like directional turn that isn't part of their straight and narrow, she would mark that point.
Do you have direction sense? Am I remembering that correctly?
Yes,
Yeah.
as long as I have
both of us do.
a point of reference.
Mhm.
Wait, so the two people with direction sense stayed together?
Yep. That's how that went down.
We're going back, baby. Arnau made that call.
So long as you have the trees to refer to, you're not going to be like walking around in circles.
I won't do that.
It's nighttime. There should be like constellations unless it's super overcast and
It's
stormy.
cloudy because there's a blizzard, but like because the blizzard is actively happening now. But so long as you have the trees, you at least won't be walking in circles. We're going to start with Arnau and Nikoletta as the two of you start into the woods. What is your approach as you are searching the woods you were warned not to enter for a child?
As you willingly went with Arnau, go.
I'm checking for tracks in the snow, like looking to see if maybe there's sections of tree branches that might have parts of them like where the snow is melted off, like as though someone grabbed it walking by.
Okay. Give me a wits and notice. And we are in a new scene, so Flare has been reset.
That's a decent roll for Elmo.
Arnau himself, because if there was a struggle with the kid, that means that there might be some level of like something needs to have like the attention attracted to it. So right now it's going to be whistling to try to attract attention from certain things.
All right. Whistle's easy, no roll required. With 4 successes. Nikoletta, as you are moving around and you're hearing Arnau with his occasional whistle, and the whistle does a pretty good job of piercing the blizzard, and you can hear voices. In fact, you start hearing some of the villagers whistling from wherever they are as they are walking through the woods. You do occasionally find like a broken branch, a trough of snow, and the occasional footprint. Not as regularly as you'd like. Like occasionally you'll see a couple footprints and then nothing for a while. And there's something else. It's like tracks, but you're not seeing footprints. You're not seeing paw prints. It's like these furrows in the snow, moving deeper and deeper into the woods.
Oh, I just like the.
Are you finding tracks?
There's tracks, yes, but they're not consistent. It's almost as though someone or something looking kind of around the trees is trying to draw people in closer.
Arnau's going to draw his axe. Do a little twist. Well, it's trying to draw us in. Done a damn good job of it.
Also, we're going to say, just for the sake of the record, Demetrius was asked to remain with Olia and the children and keep them safe in case this is some sort of, because there are bandits, and so just to sort of protect the older folks and the children should there be an attack on the village.
He's there to
So an honorable reason to not be with the party.
He's there to survive and tell our story. That's what's really going on.
And then Verity wouldn't go to the bath house
windows.
with me, and so all right. Sorry, continue. Well, Arnau says they're doing a good job and follows further in. Asgeir and Verity, what is your approach as you are moving into the woods?
I mean, Asgeir's damn well aware that Verity is the one that has a much higher awareness than he does. So he's like hefting the axe as we go. Listen, if you have more than a dot, you're doing better than my man, all right?
You have no notice?
I got one. Sorry, I focused on sailing. We were playing a nautical game. My bad.
Hey, I got a dot of sailing.
So Asgeir and Verity are arguing. As
yeah, he's kind of following Verity, trusting her awareness, but very much on edge because, like, what was said was not lost on him. Like, we're not supposed to be here, but What else are we gonna do? We can't leave a child out in the woods.
I think saying things like that out loud is very good. After their
Because
experience
you
with
were
some of
told
the
also,
particular
take care of
people they encountered, where she was like, that's the appropriate way to deal with this, is to talk about how you are doing something you should be doing as a good person. But no, her main thing is like, if she can see that a certain area of woods is more dense and would be more difficult to traverse even for someone smaller, she's kind of going towards what would be the more trusting path for a child to choose. Areas that are easier to navigate and less, more open, more visual acuity, because kids are not very happy to have no idea what's around the corner. What?
Let's go.
The path of least resistance.
Yeah, it's like she's trying to think of what would be the most likely way for a kid to go, and anywhere where it's really dense, she's like, there's no reason they would be like, that sounds like a fun thing. More danger.
What I'm hearing here is wits and empathy. As you were trying to think like the child as you are moving through the snow, did you have something else in mind?
With flair, it's not bad.
Okay.
It's not great. It's not bad. It's not nothing. Oh yeah, a couple of mags dice. Perfect. Exactly. Yeah.
What do we got? 1. You are both going. You are both going to take 2 minor wounds.
There were
you're
5
finding this
dice.
So you didn't fail. You have found likely paths, but you are having a whole lot of trouble navigating yourself. Like a small child would fit in here, and so you're going through like a thicket, and so that's going to be 2 minor wounds to both of you. As
Like
you're
trying to
navigating.
duck below branches, just like ow, damn it, my eye.
For realsies, they did, because the 3 lowest dice are all mags, and 2 of them are just a fucking 1.
All right,
Kiss,
Arnau and Nikoletta.
Kiss.
As you were moving around, you come past one of those like kind of weird troughs, and at the end of it, you come to a very odd-looking tree. It's smaller than a lot of the other ones that you have seen, and it is in the shape of a chair, like a fairly nice looking chair. Hard to make out in the dark. Oh, out of curiosity, what are you all using light sources, or are you all just sort of picking your way through the woods in a blizzard in the dark?
Nikoletta would have insisted on a torch.
Yeah,
If there had been torches, offered or
Torches and lanterns, all fine. You all, and if you all say you
lantern
have
probably with us climbing and shit.
Let's not set the woods on fire.
Given that the woods we're walking into, Nikoletta's carrying the open flame.
Valid.
So yeah, you see this chair. You can see where the 4 legs of the chair go into the ground. Seem to be root systems. And it is about the height of what you would expect to be a normal kind of piece of furniture. And you can see a path leading to it.
Arnau has an idea.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
Fuck you, Dan.
She sneezed. She sneezed, so I did the bless you.
Arnau, because he's gonna remember what our Leshy friend told us about a gift giving is a gift received to the mother, and that the mother usually accepts blood, and we need some guidance right now to find this kid. Arnau's going to take out a knife.
You now, Kelsey, enjoy.
Behind Nikoletta's back, because he's not letting her see him do this.
Yeah, the one person who was probably not staring at him the whole time, being like, "You bleed on this ground."
Arnau's going to take out his knife, cut his palm, and drip out a drop of blood, and say a silent prayer, like he would say a prayer to the All-Father, to the mother, and say, "These woods are yours. Grant us guidance to find the child. Help us protect him.
All right. While Arnau is doing this apparently behind your back, what are you doing, Nikoletta?
I don't fucking know. She is investigating the chair, I guess. She's enamored.
All right. As you walk forward to the chair, it has it's got the four legs, the seat, the back, arms. And as you go forward and you're kind of looking at it, where the arms sort of curve over, they're worked like fingers. And then you look down in the front legs of the chair look like legs. Where the toes break off is where the roots go down into the ground. As you follow up the back of the chair, you see a face with eyes wide, making up a sort of curve in the back of the seat.
What? in the
This
world?
looks magnificently carved to show a person that's apparently been turned into a chair.
What did you do? Arnau?
Arnau, you've had time to do your thing.
Yes, Nikoletta?
Come here. She's like, she's not even looking behind her. Bless you, I swear to God. She just like grabs your collar and pulls you forward. Look.
And you see the chair worked a living tree, but also looking like it's been worked to look like a person was turned into a chair.
You got any idea what the fuck this is, Nikki? Because I'm out of fucking ideas.
I'm fairly certain that was probably Matushka. I'm more curious as to exactly what that child looked like. And she's just looking around the woods at this point.
The face you are seeing, you would guess to be of a middle-aged man.
Okay. Well, never mind that. Then she just. Let's. What did they say the boy's name was? Ilya?
Ilya.
Ilya! She's just trying to call out to him.
No response.
Damn. What does that little girl say?
Oh, sorry.
Musing.
Okay. Over to Asgeir and Verity. Coming out of one particularly thick thicket that had a perfectly usable path for a child to go through. You imagine worn down by rabbits and the like, but you all had a lot of trouble moving through it as you're getting yourselves out and getting the snow off you and everything. Verity, suddenly you smell chocolate.
What was the name of that fae?
Ishile?
Ely Lumpkin.
Ely
Ely
Air?
Ely Leshy
Ely
Lumpkin.
Ely Air.
Oh, Ely Air, that's right.
Air.
Ely Air.
Yeah. She would like sniff it again and Ely Air? Ely?
No response.
Do you smell that?
Asgeir,
Woody?
as you sniff, yeah, you smell chocolate.
Go towards the smell of a chocolate.
Yeah. Like act down, not trying to be threatening, like following that scent.
Okay. As you all are moving along, you're coming up on, and you're walking, and the snow has started to thin. And then you realize it's not that the snow has thinned. You're deeper into the woods now, and the trees are forming a bit of a canopy over you. Some snow is still making it through the canopy, but in general, you're much more sheltered from the storm than you've been to this point. And you're walking around, and Asgeir, you realize the path is paved. like you're feeling rough, but hard path beneath you.
Oh boy, this yep. He kind of stops as he realizes like this way is paved. And everything's cleared up. Like, we are not in the realm of man right now.
You take another step, both of you, and you feel a crunch beneath your boots.
I'm gonna look
hate it.
down
Oh yeah.
up and look at it.
Peanut brittle.
Oh, you.
But why do you guys like? I love her reaction. It's like, what do you think we're doing with the paper?
Would this click any kind of lore
I was gonna
or
say, does that
childhood
story exist in
stories?
this world?
It is not ringing the bell of any of your. What is your scholarship, Asgeir?
1.
Yeah, you know the lore of Vesim and Avinyar.
Yeah.
You don't know, but you are reminded you have just met a creature who made delicious snacks.
Yeah.
For those around him, you know this was in the Leshy's wheelhouse.
I got a really bad idea. I don't know if it's bad. I would say it's not Arnau bad, but it is. He would stop. Like, I'm not where I want to be. I could be trespassing. I should announce myself. We should announce ourselves so we're not trespassing. We should.
But what if whoever it is has the child?
It'll open that bridge of communication.
Okay, don't tell any more people names.
No. And he just starts like, Leshy of the Wood, I beckon you that we ask passage safely to, I forget the child's name,
Ilya.
as we may bring her home safely.
Yeah, actually, Ilya is a he. Ilya is a male name, but yeah,
Bring him back safely.
And as you say this, the low branches over the path start to open, and the path forward is made more clear. If either of you glances behind, you'll see the path through the thicket close entirely.
Oh yes, they would of course love for us to come forward at an easy pace and never leave. Thank you.
Back over to
Believes
Arnau.
it's not a pirate ship in a volcano?
It never happened.
Over to Arnau and Nikoletta. You are both standing in front of the person tree chair.
Looking around for more snow tracks.
You see some. And these smaller than the tracks you were looking at earlier.
Oh no. So point out the tracks and she's immediately following.
Arnau, what are you doing?
I was going to say a thank you prayer to Matryoshka underneath his breath. Because I have a feeling she revealed these for us. He doesn't know why. He doesn't know if that's the case. But it's better not to question, considering what I just did. So he's going to start following after Nikoletta, not letting her get too far away. Because the moment she gets too far away, things are going to go bad.
You did hesitate, though. Was that an actual hesitation, or is Arnau sticking with Nikoletta?
There is a moment. Because he's saying that prayer underneath his breath, and he doesn't want Nikoletta to see what he did, and then he's following.
As you see these steps, and you move to step forward, and you look up, and you can see Nikoletta's light. You look down, you look up again, and suddenly standing in front of you is an old woman. Long nose, very creased, wrinkly face, wearing a hood down low over her, wrapped all around, and no sign of Nikoletta's torch beyond her. Hello, dearie.
Someone save her! Why did I do this to myself?
She leans in. It wasn't the exact prayer, but it was very respectful. Are you always such a respectful lad?
I try. When people are at stake. Especially.
You're looking for the boy?
Precisely.
Interesting. As are the rest of your friends.
Yes.
So quick to run to the help of a small child in need. That has potential. Nikoletta, you are walking forward, and you notice as you're walking forward, following the trail, suddenly you don't feel the heat of Arnau's torch on your back anymore.
Okay.
What do you do?
Just shut your mouth, Jeremiah. She just kind of pauses for a minute, briefly looks over her shoulder. Oh, I'm going to be in so much trouble again. Okay. She's just walking forward at this point. She can't do anything about it. So she's, Ilya! Just calling out his name as she's running into the woods.
Ilya's resting.
Dead first. Like
Small
dead
voice, very sing-songy, comes out to you.
Is he resting safely?
For now.
Would you like some tea?
And a little furry figure scampers out from behind one of the trees. What's your name?
You can call me Nikki.
Hi, Nikki.
And yours?
I'm Leshy.
Oh, hello, Leshy. I met another one of you not so long ago.
Who'd you meet?
I keep forgetting the first part of his name. Ilya? What's his name?
A new one. A new name. Interesting.
Not my name, Verity. Quit yelling at me. Not yours either, so chill.
Oh, I forgot you love betraying your allies. That's right.
And looks around. Why are you looking for Ilya?
Well, there was a little girl that ran into his village, and she seemed very worried about him. Doesn't seem a very hospitable or warm place for a small child, does it? They get
Sven's a
sick.
good girl, and so she was able to come home. But Ilya was rude.
What did he do?
He did not listen when someone called him. He ran.
Sounds like he was afraid.
Why would someone be afraid of Matushka? All you have to do is be good, and Matushka will always be kind.
This is true, but frightened children do foolish things at times. Here, your tea.
Oh. He takes it and puts it in his mouth, starts chewing.
It's spearmint.
It's not candy. It's good, though.
Would you mind showing me where Ilya went, Leshy?
Oh, I'll show you. Come this way.
Verity's going to kill me this time.
Asgeir, Verity.
Da.
Are you moving forward along the peanut brittle paved path?
I mean, the path was opened. It'd be rude not to take it.
Begrudgingly, she's just not gonna leave Asgeir to go and hop inside
No,
some
like
bitches of
Asgeir
it.
openly shoots her the like, I don't like it either. Doesn't say it out loud, but like the face like, I know, but
just don't break the brittle. She's like walking as carefully as she can.
right, like taking careful steps, like trying not to break it.
This is such a nice path. It must have taken
Gorgeous.
such a long time to make. What a beautiful
You come
landscape.
upon a well, and the smell of chocolate is coming from down the well.
Just gonna look in the well.
Not far down, you see a pool of melted chocolate.
Chocolate that is in liquid form or is being kept liquid form.
As far as you could, like, you don't see any heat source, but there's definitely warmth coming up from the well. It is warm chocolate.
Visible steam.
Yes. At here, you would note of a very similar temperature to the hot spring.
Hmm. Interesting. Just-
Nothing's dead floating in it, right?
No, like leaning over, like, hello.
Looks perfectly clear and clean.
Well, for chocolate.
Well,
Well, yeah,
boy's not down there.
pure, I suppose I should say, rather than clear.
Shaken, not stirred.
So no chunky child fell in and got sucked up a tube.
Not that you can tell. No sign of any Augustus gloop here.
Yeah.
You and me, we're all just... I was like, I went to the same place.
Verity and Asgeir on the page. Vicky and Arnau, I don't know what they're doing.
Comeuppance, that's what that is.
All right.
No, kind of
There is, you
acknowledges it,
notice,
but like keeps moving. Like we're looking for the boy.
there is, you notice, a bucket available to be lowered.
I don't think we should
For the
take
water.
anything, especially if we don't have anything to leave.
Kind of rests a hand on the well. Thank you for the warmth. But if I cannot share it with the boy, I cannot take in it right now.
All right. No obvious response.
We would love to bring this to the children, but we are looking for Ilya.
You hear what sounds for all the world like children giggling. Still forward past the well.
Great.
My favorite
I-
thing. Ominous giggles of
When
children.
there's no children about.
Stepping forward past the well, you see a house. And the smells of delicious gingerbread drift to you. Chocolate, licorice, various kinds of icing.
Yes, thank you, Una.
Yeah, thank you. We hadn't picked up on that.
Oh my god!
Against my better judgment, because we're in full Viking dad mode, we're gonna go knock.
All right. You walk forward and you knock on the door, which appears to be wood. But then as you rap against it, you look down and there was some give to it, and it's just immaculately worked brick chocolate. So it gives an odd thunk. Arnau. Very nice, very polite here. But are you always?
I do try. I would not say always, for to lie in such a powerful being. I'm certain I've been rude to others in the past, and I'm certain you would already be aware of that.
Your soul is one that is interesting to read. Good intentions, yes. Execution sometimes leaves something to be desired. Often you were the naughty little boy out when you were supposed to stay home, were you not?
There were times, admittedly, when I was younger.
Did you attend church when your parents wanted you to?
I did, but not always.
Well, I don't mind that so much. The Vatican can be so boring.
Indeed, I agree. And that's why I left them. I felt they taught nothing. Very little.
I did cast a smell of Allfather on you. And Grumfather as well.
Wait a minute. That's a different pantheon. Oh no.
For the record, the Vestamenov gods are very Acer coded, but are not the Acer. Similar to how the Fettucine is very Catholic coded, but is not Catholic. So
yeah, no, I know.
Yeah,
I know. But isn't the Grumfather isn't the Grumfather their pantheon?
No, Grumfather is Vestin.
Oh yeah, duh. Dude, I'm an idiot. Anyway,
basically two different names of Allfather.
Yeah,
two different, because their version of Odin can be noble, can also be an asshole. And so
I'm dumb. I did an idiot. I was
Yeah,
like,
fine.
wait a minute. No, as
if Uzura has a pantheon, it's Matushka. And kind of the prophets. Well, actually, only the first prophet. So yeah.
As my pantheon has taught, Matushka, sometimes in order to do a greater good, sometimes you must act in your own accord to protect others.
Did you know that once an entire army from the Crescent Empire thought to step into my sweet little user? They crossed my river. Do you know what happened to them? Arnau Cecero.
Your wrath.
Lizards blew. The temperature dropped. And like 8,000 ice statues they were. And remain to this day.
An invading force. They acted against that which was right and proper.
They came into my lands without permission.
And that is
But
why
you asked permission. And you come to protect a child. Now, I have questions about your Vendel leak. Nikoletta. You are following the Leshy.
Yep.
And he's kind of scampering around. He's hard to keep track of as you're moving. Go ahead and give me your finesse and athletics as you are trying to keep up with him as he's moving through
This is going to be
snow with the brush. Because again, this is like, he's about 8 inches tall. He's walking. Nikoletta is not big, but she's bigger than this guy.
Oh, that's actually not too bad.
2. All right. You do take 1 minor wound, but you're generally able to move and maneuver around as you are kind of keeping up with him. He occasionally will look over his shoulder and stop. And he'll lower down and he'll sniff. Do you smell that, Nikoletta?
And she'll try to catch a whiff of whatever.
Wait a
he's
minute. You
talking
introduce
about.
yourself as Nikki. Nikoletta
Yes,
or Nikki?
Nikki. She said he can call her Nikki, was her wording.
You smell that, Nikki?
She'll try to catch a whiff of whatever he's talking about.
Don't smell anything different.
No.
It smells like the dead. She turns around. And you know exactly what that smells like, don't you?
I'm from Ison. Of course I know what that smells like. You know that. You're a smart thing.
It's not just about that, is it? You don't just know the smell. You're an expert.
Expert is a generous term.
Tell the truth.
I am. I'm not.
You're a von Richter.
Yes, I am.
You know more about the dead than anyone.
I'm certain there are those that know more than me.
Suddenly, he starts growing, and it is grotesque. His bones seem to push out of his skin as he sort of comes up to about human size. Does not look. He is humanoid. He is not human. Still has the fur, still has the streaks, but there are antlers coming out of his head and moss hanging on the fur. Matushka is very concerned. She does not wish the fate of Ison to become the fate of her usurer.
Nor do I.
Then why do you carry hexen work into our land?
The only hexen work I do is what is necessary to learn how to destroy it. As I tell my companions, one cannot cure a disease without studying it.
Would it not be best cured by setting all of eyes into the flame?
And killing every innocent there, every child, every mother, every tree, every animal?
Are they not already dead in their way?
Not all.
A life lived purely out of habit? No joy, no leader, no faith, no mother. Just the dogged refusal to die. Even the living in Ison are undead.
She kind of takes a half a step back, not running, just.
Mm-hmm. What gifts did you bring? Your true gifts, Nikoletta von Richter.
I brought tea.
What else? Asgeir and Verity.
Knock, knock. Woo-hoo.
Ding dong.
Ding, ding, dong.
You know, I don't delight half as much whenever your characters are under stress.
Yes, but I'm the himbo. Nobody delights in my distress.
The door squeaks loudly open. No one behind it seeming to have opened.
Yeah, well, we're not walking into the fucking house.
Oh, I'm conflicted because, like, sure, the warmth, but also not my home, so don't enter without permission.
Verity would like scoot around him, and she would just sort of lean forward and pull the door shut. Sorry, the wind blew.
Hello?
As you're leaning in, you notice a fire seems to spontaneously light itself in a fireplace that you can see in the room, and you see a large kettle over that fire.
Shuts the door. Knocks again.
From behind you, you hear a voice. Well, you two are very careful, aren't you?
We're very polite as he spins around. It's rude to enter someone's home without permission.
You see an old woman who looks more like a wrinkle that happened to have a woman wrapped around it.
Okay.
With a staff looking at you. And your names?
Verity like pops out from behind him since he would totally obscure her, and she's just like, Verity Laurys.
I am Asgeir Ironhand.
Ironhand. A clan of Vestinmanavanyar, yes?
You are correct.
I've heard your name before.
Have you? In these
Long ago. A trader. A traveler. Came to do business in sealskin. What is your business?
there was a boy lost in these woods.
Ilya.
Yes.
And you are here
People
to
of this
save him.
village opened their homes to us. And they asked for help. It would be wrong not to search for a child lost.
You all have been taught well. Who taught you of our ways?
There was
Yes.
a leshy, but it's not a lesson that needed to be taught. Children in need should be taken care of.
We ourselves have taken in a child under our own responsibility that is not our own.
She looks at you for a second and her eyes flicker a little bit. Ah, the little one. She took in one of mine. He loved her very much. You've done well with her. Please. And she gestures, and the door behind you both opens again. Step on in.
Thank you.
We should talk.
Gladly. And he will turn around and stride in, like holding the door for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And Verity would offer to help her as she walks in, since she is going through with her.
Mm-hmm.
staff in hand.
She gratefully accepts as you both walk in. Arnau. Your league with their gold. What are their intentions for my usurer?
The League itself has the intentions it has everywhere. To both profit, but to also create trade and wealth wherever it goes. For when they profit by creating wealth through trade.
I will say so far they have been honorable for the most part in their business dealings. I cannot fault anyone for a bit of trickery, particularly when my children are so mystified by gold. The boy are no better, much like your Jarls and your Karls. But simple people remain simple. Gold does not feed. It is merely a pretty metal. She gestures, and one of the trees behind her forms itself into a chair. She gestures again, and a tree behind you settles itself into the form of a chair as she sits.
He's going to wait to be told to sit before he sits.
She sits and gestures to it.
Arnau would then sit.
Long ago, a Carl from Vestinmanavanyar found himself here. His name was Ironhand. And unlike every trader before him, he was polite. he made a deal. And for that deal, safe trade for what would in time become the Vendel League. Would the Vendel League like to renegotiate the deal?
I do not speak for the League.
You
But
would,
if you would,
in this, with me, you would speak for the League, for you are not here alone. An Ironhand walks with you,
indeed,
and defers to you in matters of business, yes?
quite often. He has a will of his own, and sometimes considers me an advisor and a friend.
A man of hands of craft, which I respect.
He's one of the most skilled men that I have ever met.
And she begins an intense negotiation. She is aware of the fact that values have changed and feels her people have not been getting, they've been getting the deal they agree to, and they don't feel cheated because they don't really understand that values change. She does, and she is negotiating on their behalf. What is Arnau's approach to this negotiation? Suddenly realizing that he is negotiating for the entire league.
The way that Arnau approaches most negotiations, the way that Arnau sees negotiations, and especially the way that Arnau sees trade, it's not that you can cheat anyone in trade if trade is going well. It's that both sides have something the other wants, and we just need to find and figure out how both can profit from it.
Okay.
So that's what he's trying to do.
Then that will be a resolve and convince.
Can I make the argument for wits?
Why wits instead of resolve? I was saying resolve because this is you standing by your grounds, but also trying to find an even, like trying to protect your own profits while searching for theirs. What is your thought for wits?
Because this is less of a standing by, because he is willing to make concessions because he thinks the Vendel League should make concessions in general, but it's more trying to figure out where those concessions need to be, so that way we can both figure out what we need to do to profit. So it's more of a wits-based thing because it's trying to figure out what needs to go so what can be. Because I'm certain Matushka is coming into this like everything needs to go so that way I profit everything. But it's like, no. If we do that, then the Vendel League will simply pull out. That kind of stuff.
Okay. All right. Wits and convince.
Chandler just did a wits and convince right there. Anybody want to give me a hero point, please?
I got you, buddy.
Thank you. This is not something I'm actually bad at. So
No, we're just padding it. That's
okay. So that's an 8.
for
Okay,
the
I'm gonna
sake of a
reroll one of
child
these
being at the end of this
ones.
mission. I will spend a hero point on you.
Okay. That's one raise. There, 2 raises. This is a convince roll, so everything actually goes up by 1. So that's a raise there. That's 2 raises. That is 3 raises. 4 raises. 5 raises.
All right. That is an amazing roll. Okay. I'm going to give you a scene edit. What is a way in which you alter the scene around you to your benefit?
Or now turns into a chair. No.
We got.
I because so my idea for the scene edit
Mhm.
is actually a what's the like a temperament edit for Machuska
Okay.
for specifically towards Arnau.
Okay.
Because Arnau, because he is trying so hard to make this work for everybody, because he does believe in trying to make and he is a firm believer legitimately in trade. He
Mhm.
doesn't see the Vendel League as despite the fact that he is a spy and assassin and all that kind of stuff, he does believe, like a capitalist, I'm gonna vomit. He does believe in the idea that trade can that trade, especially Middle Ages trade, because different people have different things that different people need, that he is trying to make not just Vestin and the Vendel stronger, but Usura stronger as well. And that at some point gets through to her that he is also trying to help her.
Okay, so she is. So your edit is that rather than suspicious, she is well inclined towards Arnau in this negotiation.
Yes.
Is that what I'm catching? Okay.
Yeah.
She is smiling and enjoying herself. You're not quite sure what you walked into this. She is a very skilled negotiator, but you get that in many ways it's a game for her. And as she's moving around, she does not care about the gold. And a lot of what she is negotiating is the Vendel League bringing in things that are of value to the people, bringing in trade, which then they can use in their own ways, and are harder for the nobility to hoard. And you get, she's brutal, but also does legitimately care for her people, and in her own way is doing that. And there's a very good negotiation going. Nikoletta, as you are confronted, all around you, it seems like every one of the trees is suddenly a skeleton. You know how sometimes you walk into the woods and just with the way the shadows work and everything, it has gone crazy ominous like that. And there's this odd blue light illuminating everything that you can't distinguish a source of. Do you know what Matushka does to invaders in her land?
The last I heard of, she forced them and they went missing.
Yes, so you do know. So tell me, Hexen worker, do you understand the threat you represent to my people?
I understand the threat you think I bear.
Child, I am ancient beyond anything you know. I have faced the Divai when they were known by another name, when they were coming for me, and I forced them back. I have looked at the blood witches of Montaigne and closed the blessures they tried to open in my land with a wave of my hand. I have driven back the Fae of Avalon and showed them just how powerful that precious Graal was when they tried to hurt my children. And in all of them, never have I seen a threat such as you and your people. But she reaches forward and her gnarled fingers stroke your cheek.
Doesn't flinch.
You seek a cure. You seek an end.
I seek a way to heal my homeland. save my people as you do yours.
The Death Walker, who seeks healing. You are a walking contradiction. Then again, so am I. I am the one who eats the naughty children, but I'm also the one who shelters them from the storm. The magic you bear, the marker, the sphere. Let me see it.
The orb.
That is another word for it, yes.
She immediately pulls it out. How do I block that chat? Where's the thing? Where's the thing? I'm gonna put that right there.
You can click on comments to be on a different thing so you don't see what's there. But may I see the orb?
She pulls it out. Yeah, no, she's pulling it up, holds it up.
Her gnarled hand reaches out, not to take it, but where you can place it in there. She looks at it, and her fingers seem to elongate as they go around it.
I know not its origin, nor even what it is.
It is Sirna in origin. I have not seen one of these in a long time. It reacts to the magic around it. She moves a finger, and you see the skeletons around you suddenly snap to attention. And there's an odd bluish glow that comes from within it.
The same bluish glow from her gunpowder?
Not the same, no.
Okay.
Actually, similar. Someone is watching you. Hello there, little leech. You knew better than to come to my lands, didn't you? You and your black roses.
Sarah?
She gazes into the stone, and her eyes flash orange. Ha! There is a Sarah watching. She's trying to talk to you, to warn you. But her voice cannot be heard here, can you? But she is not the worry. She is merely a pawn on the path to being a queen. And she hands the stone back to you, almost in disgust.
You mean the Dark Mistress? Instantly puts it away.
And she lets out a cackle. Mistress? That one.
It is the name I was given.
A child playing with the toys of other children. She is not welcome in my lands and knows better than to come here. But she follows you. And you bear her roses.
For research, yes.
She leans forward and taps your forehead with a very gnarled finger. I knew people like you once. No knowledge could ever be enough. They broke the world. But it was fun while they did it. That cannot be denied. You have permission to walk in my lands, Nikoletta von Richter. But mind yourself. Should I find you here again, you will be judged by your actions, not your intentions.
I assure you, Matushka, I will do no hexenwork while in your lands. And she holds up a bag of tea, same as she's given to everyone else.
She reaches out and picks it up. Thank you. And your powers, so long as they are to remove them. I do not believe there are undead in my lands, but if some have arrived,
I will dispatch them.
And she gives a decidedly mocking bow. Verity and Asgeir, as you walk into this living room, on the floor, in front of the fireplace, fast asleep, are Arnau and Nikoletta.
Are they all right?
They're fine.
They are speaking to me. And she, with the stick, walks over and gestures into a little alcove next to the kitchen area. You see a young boy who you assume is Ilya. Looks similar to some of the other villagers, anyway.
Is he conscious?
No, asleep.
Sleeping.
Oh, he's also asleep.
Well, I am relieved to see that he is still with us.
Is he learning a lesson? Or is he just sleeping?
He ran. But as far as disobedience goes, his was not bad. It was more a test.
For him?
No. You and your companions. Your path is dogged by children who believe themselves to be gods. Your research leads you to Pavtlo. You may follow it. You will find a path to what you seek under the Grand Palace. You may follow it. If these vampires threaten a world that contains my children, I will aid you. But I do not cross my borders, and they know better than to do the same.
We thank you for that. I know it is custom to give you a gift. All I have are my hands that
And unlike every so tell me, someone is watching Nikoletta von Richter. But mind yourself. Should I find you here again, you will be judged by your actions, not your intentions.
I assure you, Matushka, I will do no hexenwork while in your lands. And she holds up a bag of tea, same as she's given to everyone else.
She reaches out and picks it up. Thank you. And your powers, so long as they are to remove them. I do not believe there are undead in my lands, but if some have arrived,
I will dispatch them.
And she gives a decidedly mocking bow. Verity and Asgeir, as you walk into this living room, on the floor, in front of the fireplace, fast asleep, are Arnau and Nikoletta.
Are they all right?
They're fine.
They are speaking to me. And she, with the stick, walks over and gestures into a little alcove next to the kitchen area. You see a young boy who you assume is Ilya. Looks similar to some of the other villagers, anyway.
Is he conscious?
No, asleep.
Sleeping.
Oh, he's also asleep.
Well, I am relieved to see that he is still with us.
Is he learning a lesson? Or is he just sleeping?
He ran. But as far as disobedience goes, his was not bad. It was more a test.
For him?
No. You and your companions. Your path is dogged by children who believe themselves to be gods. Your research leads you to Pavtlo. You may follow it. You will find a path to what you seek under the Grand Palace. You may follow it. If these vampires threaten a world that contains my children, I will aid you. But I do not cross my borders, and they know better than to do the same.
We thank you for that. I know it is custom to give you a gift. All I have are my hands that can work.
She smiles. You will do the work as you hunt these black roses and show them that their little games have grown tiresome.
I would gladly be a servant of your will. Anytime. You have been most gracious. I
She
will give of myself.
She steps over to you and looks you over. You have reserved yourself from so many, and yet you offer yourself to me. Interesting.
I like what I heard on the road. I like what I saw of the people. It is not like that in my home. It is very separated. And I have recently found myself attached to someone outside of the norm for my type of life. I look at the world differently.
Interesting.
There is duality, as you have a clear understanding of that.
If you wish to pursue this path, when you go to the capital, in the palace there is a leshy, a domovoi. Find him and help him. If you can do these, perhaps there will be power for you to be found.
A domovoi?
A domovoi. One of my leshy. And she looks around. Awaken, Nikoletta. Awaken, Arnau. And both of you, your eyes open, and you are no longer where you were having your conversations with the mother, but you're on the floor in this hut that is clearly made of candy, even from inside.
But it is warm.
In fact, the fire seems to be burning on cinnamon sticks.
Asgeir will actually go help them up.
Mm-hmm.
Nikoletta just stands.
Arnau doesn't need much help, but he does stretch because I'm certain his body was tense because his body was asleep, but his mind was active.
Verity's looking at Ilya.
All of you, you've done well. You carry much potential. You have permission, as I told these two, as I told you, Nikoletta, and as I told you, I'm now in my way. If you need to go into the woods, you may go with my blessings. Pursue your enemies. They cannot follow you here, but your path will in time lead you elsewhere.
Thank you, Matushka. It is a great honor.
She smiles. Always so properly polite. And then she gives two claps, and you're back at the edge of the woods. You do not have Ilya with you. Highest notice check is that Arnau with 2.
Arnau and Verity, I think we're tied.
I have 2.
Okay, so the 2s. All the 2s. Looking past the woods, you see the village, and it does not look at all the same. Buildings are burnt out. Some are just collapsed. You step out and you can see an almost completely collapsed bathhouse. You can see plants growing out of the well. Behind what was once the Starshina's house, there is a section of the stable that is maintained well enough that it is adequate shelter for the horses, at least for a night. And they have food that they seem to be comfortably munching on.
So the little boy wasn't even real.
None of them were.
Doesn't look like it, no.
It was all a test.
Verity is very slowly going to now look at those who got into something earlier and became wet of sorts earlier, and whether or not it was in fact clean water in any way.
You all seem totally like you were before. None of you seem to have changed. You don't feel different.
Even with that mental look, it's Asgeir's like, what? I've slept in worse brothels.
You're like, water is water. I don't care if it was dirty.
At this point, Demetrius comes out looking very confused.
I was talking
One-
to someone, and then they turned into a broom handle.
There was a mouse with a hat and a wand.
It was crazy. I would watch
Wait.
that vignette.
And an old man walks out of one of the few still intact shacks, basically. Where did you all come from? Are you traveling in the woods?
Matushka's woods.
All woods here are Matushka's woods.
Exactly.
She was occupying this particular stretch of woods.
Oh,
She has left us upon your doorstep, hoping for your hospitality.
oh well. Welcome to Silishi. I suspect it looked different to you before.
A little.
I am the last one here. My name is Ilya.
You looked much different when we last saw you.
When I was a boy, Matushka came to test me. My friend Sveta passed the test, but I did not. I ran. But when she took me, no one came to find me. It was a storm, and the villagers were afraid that Matushka was in a foul mood. The hot spring dried up. The well froze in winter. There were only... No, this is not true. There were two who tried to find me. Anya and Vasily. They searched. And for their work, he married her and is now boyar. But everyone else left, and I remained. There's enough food, always. There's enough water, always. And always the reminder of when I failed. And then everyone else did. I have another shed. It is not much. But it will be enough for you all to stay in and stay warm. Your horses would be fine where they are. I assume you're traveling to the capital.
Precisely.
Yes.
Then I wish you well. It is good to see you did better in the mother's eyes than my parents did that night. And with that, we are going to bring this episode to a close. Thank you to Basics of the Game for hosting us. Thank you to Dragon of the Dark Rose for producing us. Thank you again to all my players. And as always, keep playing more games.